Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Monday, the 27th day of November, the 9th day of Kislev. Sorry again, I'm not at my usual backdrop. This is at home, but I still have to get the halachas to you, so here they go. We're going to give you more laws about Hanukkah because Hanukkah is now just over 2 weeks away, and some laws for you. If you're going out now preparing and buying a menorah, I always like to start with this one because if you're out buying your menorah, I don't want you to get the wrong thing. There's so many fancy menorahs these days, and they're beautiful, and it is nice to get yourself a nice menorah. But in the creativity that's out there, sometimes the creativity goes beyond halacha, and it would get you a menorah that's not really the best kind to get. So I want to clarify that. You can get a menorah that's made out of, you know, like a train thing, and each car is a menorah light or a I don't know. I don't have to go through all the interesting things that are out there. You can get a very beautiful one, a very interesting one, a very creative one, but the one thing to watch for is that the rabbis consider it most special for all of the lights to be in a straight line and all at the same height. So if you're looking at something super creative there in the store that has them kind of jumbled around, so number 7 is high and number 4 is low, or they're not in a straight line, then that's a problem. Because really the way the rabbis designated the celebration of the menorah miracle was something to resemble, although we don't copy a menorah of the Beis Hamikdash. The menorah of the Beis Hamikdash is not allowed to be copied. It only had 7 lights in it, and ours has 8, or with the additional one, it's actually 9. So we're not allowed to copy the one totally that's in the Beis Hamikdash, but we are allowed to make for ourselves a beautiful menorah. But we want it to somewhat be a resemblance of what went on, only somewhat. And that's why we want it in a straight line, and we want them not all, we don't want day 7 higher than day 4 or anything like that. So straight line, they should be at least a finger width apart, the width of a finger apart, and in a straight line. Incidentally, side little bar to tell you, a very interesting little factoid, and that is we in our family here at home, we have 5 children and parents, totaling, so our Shabbos menorah really would have most appropriately had 7 lights in it. But again, I told you, you're not supposed to make a candelabra that has 7 lights in it because we don't want to directly resemble what there is in the Beis Hamikdash. So we actually, this was suggested to us by the candelabra seller. And they said that what they do is they make them with 8 because we're not allowed to make one with 7. And we just have a filler, beautiful decorative thing in number 8, but 7 lit for the 7 people in our family, and that's just an interesting fact for you to know. But anyway, back to our halachas. Now, as far as the oil and the stuff that you're going to use in your menorah, there are so many beautiful clear burning things that are out there on the market for sale now. In that candelabra, our Shabbos one that I was just telling you about, we use paraffin as a beautiful, beautiful oil, and special wicks that burn beautifully, I mean flawlessly. And you could technically use that kind of thing for Hanukkah because it's going to create a beautiful light. You could use candles made out of wax, and they create a beautiful, beautiful light. But still, a lot of us like to adhere to good old-fashioned olive oil with good old-fashioned cotton wicks because that most closely resembles the way the miracle was done. So you don't have to use olive oil. They actually sell solidified congealed olive oil. Now it ships very well, it packages very well, and then it actually goes liquidy when it burns and gets hot. So there are all kinds of new ways to do your menorah in the most beautiful way, but just good old-fashioned olive oil with cotton wicks is still considered the one that the rabbis like the best, even though it might not even burn as well as these beautiful paraffin ones. And I've seen good people use the paraffin ones, and that's fine, trust me. But just the most traditional way is still olive oil with cotton wicks. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Probably be back at our offices with a regular backdrop that says NCSY behind me. We'll probably have that back up and running tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.